Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is good to be in the house of the Lord, giving God the highest praise, honor, and glory that He deserves. I've been doing this for 45 years plus, and I give God praise, honor, and glory. Young people, I can do worship for hours without feeling anything. I encourage you all to do the same. It is good, it is good, it is good to trust God. And I see this young man I taught years ago at the grammar school, Mr. Sharp. And I see my good friend here also from the grammar school. Wonderful. God bless you guys. God bless you. Good work. Good work. Good work. We worship God like no other. He is God all by Himself. And as with everything we do, we begin with God, we ask Him for His protection and His covering over every activity, and we end with God thanking Him for His faithfulness. So just a little bit about the library and Library Week. The Antigua Public Library was founded in 1830 as a private venture through an act of parliament which established the Antigua Library Society as a corporation. So we're going now for about 193 years plus. We're going. However, after the massive earthquake in 1843, and then again, maybe some of you here old enough to remember that massive one we had in 1974, it destroyed the buildings that housed the library. And the library was then moved to Silston's Library, that building, in 1975. And a few years later, upstairs, Lolita's building on Market Street. So we have been operating like this for about 36 years. On the completion of the new library facility, we adopted a new home with a new name, the National Public Library, with our address, Hills Promenade, Victoria Park Drive in St. John's. So let me give you a directional map. Here's Promenade, Victoria Park Drive, the space the library occupies and the space the National Archives occupies. That area is called Victoria Park. That's the Victoria Park. We are just west of the Botanical Gardens and east of the East Bus Station. So mark yourselves there. You can come across the fire station and you turn down and you'll be able to see us right there, okay? So we boast several departments in the library. As you open the door and you enter, on your left, you're going to have the Youth Services Department. We cater for children 0 to 12 in that department, and the persons who take charge of that department are Mrs. Maxine Benjamin and Miss Petrina Richardson. Those persons will be there. On your right, you will see the teen space. I don't see any persons from teen space here yet. They tend to come to church late, you know? So we will see that. We will see if they arrive. Teen space, and we cater for teenagers 13 to 19. As you make your way up the steps to the information desk, we offer services such as printing and photocopying, and we have a representative here, Mrs. Beverly Danvers. You speak to her at the information desk, and you get all your stuff done. On the right, if we enter the right part of that area, we have the cataloging department. The persons who take our books and put them into different categories, ensure that they're placed in the different categories, and then dispatch them to the different departments. And we have Mrs. Sharon Peters Davis. Then, on the left hand of the information desk, we occupy a space called the American Corner. Now, the American Corner is funded by Washington, Department in Washington, Department of Education in Washington, through the United States Embassy in Barbados. So everything in there is American. We have to mimic the American calendar. So whatever they have during the year, we have to have in that corner also. So see, like how they're going to have the 4th of July celebrations, they are going to have to celebrate 4th of July. And they celebrate with barbecue chicken and popcorn. What the Americans do, we have to do. But what they also do in that space, they have to work with our local calendar, they have to work with our regional calendar, and they have to work with our international calendar. So they do a lot of work, they do a lot of juggling, but it gets done. And Mrs. Gillian Baptiste Joseph occupies that space as one of the persons who occupy that space. But we cross-utilize. So many times you're going to find Mrs. Peters Davis in that space, and sometimes you're going to find Miss Richardson and Miss Benjamin, and sometimes you're going to find even Miss Robinson, Carrie-Ann Robinson, you're going to find in that space. But I'm coming to Carrie-Ann just now. As we make our way up the steps now, we are on the next level. We are on the second floor. And on our left is the study area. I don't see any persons represented here. In the study area, we allocate that area. If you want to do intense studying in peace and quiet, you go to the study area. We offer you a laptop. If you don't have one, you use it on loan, and at the end of your session, you return it to the desk. On the right-hand side, we have the adult fiction area. In that area, all you romantic lovers, you can go and read on your romance stories, and you can read about all the mysteries, and you can read up on judicial stories where, you know, a lot of you like to watch NCSI and things like that. You can read all those things in that area. And in that area, Carrie-Ann Robinson, Miss Carrie-Ann Robinson, she occupies that area. We're making our way now to the third floor, and on the third floor to the left, we have the non-fiction adult area where all the books that children use in the schools for the different subjects, maths, history, English, and so on, that area, those books occupy that area. I don't see any representative here. And on the right, there is the reference department where you're allowed to borrow books, whatever material, but you cannot leave with that material. You sign for it at the desk, and when you return it, you have to sign back for it at the desk to state that you have returned it. Okay, so that's the reference. And then a little further in, we have the automation or the IT department, where everything with the internet and all the computers, and they put all those stuff together for you to enjoy when you come to the library. Not forgetting the ancillary staff, because without the ancillary staff, we would not be able to keep our building clean. So we have our cleaners, our groundsman, our custodian, everybody coming together to make the National Public Library what it is. Okay, so it's a team of us. We offer a lot of services and programs at the library. And some of these programs will be enhanced this week as we celebrate Library Week under the theme, Libraries Matter. Today we begin with worship, and worship is good. So far, worship is good. I'm still waiting for more. Okay? Still waiting for more. Tomorrow, we have library tours. We have encouraged a lot of schools and invited a lot of schools to come to the library to see what the library is all about, because some schools have no idea up to now where we are or what we do. We are not anymore the librarian who sits with the glasses on her nose and all we do is deal with books. We have a lot of interactive things happening at the library. And this week, library tours, the children are coming in and they're going to learn what the library is all about in the various departments that we have. Okay? On Tuesday, we're going to have a workshop. We normally provide space for persons in our community who need to have conference or workshop sessions, where there is something in library called DEAL, and sometimes we have to do the dealing. We have to drop everything and learn something for ourselves. So we are having a workshop on Tuesday, a staff workshop, and we are getting the labor team in, the labor commissioner team in, so we can have a discussion. So we're going to be having workshop. On Wednesday, the staff now goes out into the community and they're going to the schools to have reading sessions and activity sessions with the children. So they will be out doing that on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have invited authors to come in, local authors to come in and have a session with various schools so they can learn about them, learn what their books are all about, learn how they can purchase books for their schools, etc. So the authors are coming in on Thursday. And on Friday, take a break. We are going to the beach to relax and refuel so we can start again the following week. Because let's face it, we have some other awesome activities coming up. In June, we're having an adult camp where we're getting 60 plus in to do line dancing, to do karate, to do tours, to do all kinds of things. We're getting them in. And on the heels of that, we have our summer program starting on the 3rd of July, and we're going right down until the 28th of July. So if you don't have anywhere to send your children, we're catering for you. 5 to 16, let the children come to the library. We're getting all the information out as soon as we finish Library Week to let you know cost, everything, but we will take your children for you for a small fee, okay, for the month of July. Now, libraries matter. We are celebrating under that theme. Why do libraries matter? We matter because we bring communities together. We provide access to information. We provide access to resources that you may not have at home. We support literacy, and by extension, we support education in every facet. We also promote lifelong learning. No child being left behind. We're taking you along with us. And we provide a space where any community member or group can come together, can gather for whatever function they want to have. So we are very important. We're very useful. We are still relevant. And we serve as a community hub. We empower every member of the society from the greatest to the least. And our information scientists, we don't call them librarians anymore. They are information scientists. Our information scientists, they are always helpful, they are always ready to offer advice, and they are always ready to assist in whatever way possible. So whenever you visit, we will make your visit a worthwhile experience. Yet, we seem to be the unsung heroes, the hidden figures, working hard but hardly appreciated, helping the underserved but not being served in a proper manner, extending ourselves beyond limit but being ignored and placed on the limits that may sometimes be deemed inhumane. But yet, we continue in this adventure called life to serve as our Master served, knowing that working for our Lord may not cost much, but being aware that his retirement plan is extensively and entirely out of this world. We thank you, Dr. Sharp, and your congregation for having us here today. Thank you for this wonderful worship experience. May God continue to shower you and your family and your congregation blessings unnumbered, and may he empower you to do more, to reach more, and to bring everyone together in your quest to spread the gospel. To my staff here today, might be few in number, but I want to encourage you. Thank you for being here. Continue to be that change agent that will help to build communities. Love your work. Continue to work diligently, putting God first in everything you do. Make a difference. Do your best and leave the rest to God. Don't be disappointed if there are no rewards. God sees and knows all, and he will reward you in due time. Thank you all for your hard work, and keep up the good work. May God continue to bless you, and remember, shout it to everyone from the mountaintop everywhere you go, and let them know that libraries matter. Pastor Sharp, Dr. Sharp, thank you once again for having us, and may God continue to bless you.